TDS is completely broken, the man, and you could just see he's an absolute shell of his former self. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. First topic, Trump blasted the No Kings protesters. Roll the clip.
What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
Yeah, this was all just a bunch of boomers and paid agitators. See, these boomers, they just have nothing going on in their life, and they need to recapture some sort of, purpose in their life, like back when they were protesting the wars or whatever, Vietnam back in the day. And it's just like, dude, now they're protesting some fake king. They had to make up a fake king to protest, right? And I'm glad Trump's calling it out, letting them know, like, listen, I ain't no king. I'm busting my ass for this country every day to make it a better place for all of you morons. So don't give me this king BS. And it's just so stupid. It's just complete made up, like, oh, he's a king and he's not gonna step down as king, like, give me a break. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Robert De Niro has lost his mind from TDS. Go ahead, roll the clips.
No, I like what Newsom has done because he's trolled him and he's fought fire with fire, and that's what you have to do. And he called him an invasive species, which is what he is. So he's not. He's a thing that doesn't understand. Trump does not understand anything about humanity, people. He has no empathy. I don't know what he is, but he's an alien, and he wants to hurt this country. It's something deeply psychological in him. He wants to hurt people. He wants to hurt this country. He doesn't care. And what saddens me the most, upsets me the most, is that people follow him and they think and they kiss his ass and they look up to him. And I don't understand it. I don't understand the people in his cabinet, some of them, Rubio, other one, how they can live with themselves after what they've allowed him to do and not stood up. Even walk out of the room when what they did with Zelensky the first time. Rubio, looking at his face, they got the camera on him. If he had balls, he would have walked out. Trying to signal to the people they reach, and I'm certainly not reaching those people on this program, but maybe through little sound bites and this and that, and the internet and so on. They're trying to they're used to seeing Trump do his stuff, and they talk and they listen, and that's the truth to them because they don't listen to anything else. It's somewhere way out in the Midwest, somewhere out in the out west, in certain places, the rural places. That's the truth because he gets the airtime, and I think that we need more airtime, just more push against and not. I wish that you can't do this in some ways, but that the news media could find ways to kind of ignore or tamp down nonsense from Trump. It's just total nonsense. But those people out there listen to it and assume if it can be on the air and it's out there, it's the truth. He will not. We see it. We see it all the time. He will not want to leave. He set it up with his. I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet. Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, Robert De Niro is just such a clown. I mean, what a fall from grace. See, this is what happens when you spend like your whole life in Hollywood and you just become completely detached from reality. You go out and you spew crap like this and you completely lose your mind over somebody like Trump, right? And this is also what happens when you have a trans kid. The guy's got a trans kid, so I mean, who knows what he's dealing with mentally? I mean, every, Hollywood, that's just what happens, right? But yeah, for him to insinuate that rural America like doesn't have a good news and the Hollywood news is way better than what rural Americans are getting, it's just like the guy's completely lost his mind. TDS is completely broken, the man, and you could just see he's an absolute shell of his former self. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. John Cusack essentially wants you to go to hell. Roll the clip.
The whole country was founded on no kings.
This is your city.
What do you see happening to your city right now?
Everyone knows the score, right? The authoritarians divide and conquer, and they create an other, and then they pick on it, and then pick on the person and harass them, jail them, and that's all used as a distraction so they can steal as much as they can, maintain power, right? We all know history, so that's what he's doing, and we have masked goons roaming the streets with hiding their faces, abducting people.
What is the most upsetting headline for you? When you see something in the news, does it hit you in your gut? Does it hit you in your heart?
It's all upsetting. Seeing sort of a fascist authoritarian, seeing that sort of cosplay that the right wing has been fooling around with for so long, seeing it kind of devolve into the real thing is predictable, but deeply saddening.
You're a storyteller. What is the story of Chicago?
Go to hell.
Is that the message from Chicago?
Yes. What's interesting is that he doesn't understand that all the labor rights around the world came from this town, this place. So if he thinks this place is going to be a fascist hub, no chance.
Listen, this is just a guy who's in the twilight of his career. Nobody even cares about the guy really anymore. So he knew he needed to go out to the No Kings protest to get his name out there and do an interview and talk about how, terrible America is today to try to get himself one last movie role, right? That's all this is, and that's all these celebrities do. It's just, oh my God, I'm not popular right now. I need to get my name back out there. Oh, there's a No Kings protest. All right, good. We'll make sure I get interviewed at the thing telling everybody how terrible America is. It's like, what are we even doing here, folks? I mean, can't you see right through it that that's exactly what Hollywood is? The guy needs to get his name back out there, so he's going to the No Kings protest doing an interview. I mean, it's pathetic, but that's where we're at in Hollywood, where you got to go out there and do something like that to get yourself another Hollywood movie role. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Sylvester Stallone's wife completely blasted Hollywood celebs for having trans kids. Roll the clip.
Why do you think it is that so many kids in Hollywood now and kids of, celebrity parents are transgender? Is there something in the water in Hollywood, or?
I just think Hollywood is it's all about expression. So, however you want to express yourself. So if you feel like a cat today, you're a cat. And it's so loosey-goosey. I don't think that we're really understanding that these kids are not our accessories. They're little human beings that need structure. And structure is really important for them because it helps their brain organize everything. And I think growing up in a Hollywood home, there's really no structure because you got this thing going and you've got private planes and you got all these giant homes with chefs and secretaries and assistants and, housekeepers, nannies, and there's just too much of everything. It gets really confusing for a little person. And it's okay what you decide to be as an adult, but raise them just with good common sense. I mean, my daughters were all tomboys. They prefer to wear pants than dresses, and they love sports. But I never said, oh, you're a boy now. I just said, you love to play sports. You love to hang out with boys. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's so right about the whole accessory thing. Hollywood celebrities totally think of their children as accessories. I mean, even if they're not fully trans, like the majority of them have, full trans kids, they're weird androgynous kids like, Will Smith's kid, Jaden Smith. I mean, that kid these days, he's completely gone off the deep end, but yeah, it's just the worst is these celebrities too, like Charlize Theron. They go off and they adopt African kids and then they come back and turn them trans too. It's like, what are you even doing? I mean, those kids, when it's all said and done and they've lived their life, would probably have been better off staying in Africa and not going with Charlize Theron and ruining their lives with gender reassignment surgeries and things like that. So it's just good for Sylvester Stallone's wife for calling out the lunacy that's going on in Hollywood. We need more people in Hollywood doing this exact thing, calling it out, right? But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.